You see Gideon say Logan Paul faked the Japan vlog. Yeah, it's a legitimately huge theory right now that Logan Paul faked the Japanese forest video. It's from a channel called like Dark YouTube, I believe. I'm not sure, but the theory's blowing up right now. Gideon say Logan faked the forest vlog? I think that was a conspiracy. I'm gonna have to look into it. That might be an interesting video. Did Logan Paul fake this forest?
He pulled the wool over all of our eyes. He's evil. Logan Paul is evil. We're facing one of the most corrupt acts of fakery we've seen on the internet.
The whole thing, that little like YouTube documentary about sociopathic behavior, that's like, even now, kinda, like, or whenever this was filmed, Logan still doesn't have any idea. Just none. Wild.
I'm just gonna say, if this is staged, I think it runs way deeper than YouTube, if that makes sense, chat. If you're in the know of what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about.
Larsa Pippen, okay? Massive article. Talks about everything in the article, okay? Next one. The Sun in the UK. And easy, all you have to do, you just have to type in Larsa Pippen, click Google News, you'll see everything. Larsa Pippen claims Kanye West brainwashed Kardashians. Poke, directing her. Yeah. Okay? It's all about guiding and directing. TMZ, headlines. Look at that. You can't pay for that. Look at that. Awesome. Look at that. Kanye West brainwashed the Kardashians against me. And you got ET Canada. It just goes on. Just look at that.
Massive exposure.
Huge. 2Fab, The Sun, Just Jared.
First suspected Kim K of pulling a PR stunt or two, her ex-publicist, Sharaz has now confirmed your suspicions and has revealed some pretty damning information. Let's jog your memory first. In 2012, the Skims founder was walking the red carpet at the launch of her new perfume, True Reflection. Everything was going all right, but moments later, a woman ran up behind Kardashian and flower bombed her. The flower ended up covering her upper half and her hair. Embarrassing, right? TMZ claimed at the time that Kim and her mother, Kris Jenner, were taken into a private room following the incident. After brushing off the flower, the 48-year-old was back on the red carpet. While talking to E! Online, the reality TV star spoke about how she was taken by surprise by the whole thing, and even joked about it, saying that she had earlier told her makeup artist how she needed some more powder, and that was a whole lot of translucent powder.
I'm not going to stop. It didn't matter. Good PR, bad PR, no PR, no relevance.
Just keep going.
They're still banging it out. My strategy back then was to bombard world. Sick of the word Kardashian. Sick.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? It means
Everywhere.
everywhere.
All of the time.
Your end result is so much more money that you're going to make because you invested in power moves.
Yes.
That makes you stand out from the crowd.
Yes.
And the bottom line is it comes down to
Very
fame.
big. Yeah, absolutely.
If you're more famous or more well-known, you're going to close more deals. If you're more famous and well-known, you're going to attract better clients.
I function best when I'm being reprimanded or harshly criticized. Like, that's just, I got thick ass skin.
Yeah, my parents are coaches.
Yep. Yeah. And if I'm going to change, that's the way to do it.
Like, by the way, the people watching you are all going to make mistakes too. It's called being human.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so
do.
I think it's, once again, it's irresponsible to have someone on that doesn't make mistakes. I think a lot of people probably fuck with you more now coming out of what's happened and seeing you go through the fire and become this, podcasting.
Now, I got a couple more power plays, bro.
Coming up.
Yeah, just look.
My name is Sharaz Hassan. I ran one of the biggest paparazzi networks in Los Angeles. I was Big Brother. You couldn't get around me. I was the media machine behind Paris Hilton.
Thank you.
We would work with the celebrities. We would set up those stories because when there's drama, there's controversy, there's viewers. When there's viewers, there's advertisers. When there's advertisers, there's cash. How do we do it? Always create drama. Today, our company Fame, we control the entire game in Hollywood, from paparazzi to media to breaking news. Anyone who comes into Hollywood, they got to work with Fame. We're the biggest martial art platform in Hollywood. One way, like I said, you can go the publicist way, the traditional way, sending out press release, so forth. No. So what does Fame by Sharaz do? We teach you how to get your name out there in the media that the masses are going to watch. watch, okay? So we create the news, we dictate the headline, okay? So that way you're gonna get millions of dollars of free media, which is called earned media.
People claim that Logan Paul was enjoying all the negative attention.
Every single one, TMZ, the Snapchat stories and all that, they were all talking about Logan Paul. They're all taking photos of him doing a jog around his like house and shit like that.
Do you think Logan Paul is secretly sitting at home being like, hell yeah, this is actually tight because now I'm getting more famous?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me too.
I do.
Yeah, you guys have not seen me since maybe like the paparazzi.
Hey, was it Savage over there in Japan?
I was on Good Morning America.
I am a good guy who made a bad decision.
It is such an interesting world that we live in where thanks to this situation, Logan Paul is exiting this scandal far bigger than he entered.
On January 2nd of 2018, when Tokyo was unfolding and the whole world was bad-mouthing and Logan was going through the toughest time of his life, that he was winning on a exponential level still, even on the worst day of his life.
Yeah. We chilling and we're rich still.
There's no real repercussion. Yes, I got removed from Google Preferred, which is YouTube's high-end monetization program.
It's probably too late by then. Right?
I mean, it's just like it wasn't how I make the majority of my money. It's not. It's like I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna be okay.
Mesakai Ito, spokesman for the Yamanashi Prefectural Police, said people are not obligated to report a body, but want to speak to him as S may be involved. He said that there is no legal obligation to report a body, but the police still wish to speak to Mr. Ball as they believe S may be involved. Police didn't even receive a report, and they didn't even know about it days after, despite Logan's video portraying body as reported and collected. So the police in the area didn't even know about the body being there, but in the video they said that they reported it and it was recovered.
You gotta call police.
Call the police, bro.
The Japanese police's concerning statements don't conclude there. The initial police declaration, reported by the Associated Press, specifically by Yuri Kageyama, a Tokyo-based AP reporter, adds an intriguing layer to the interaction between law enforcement and the media. She states, "My AP story with the latest on Logan Paul will move soon, in its entirety. For those who have asked, I have also spoken with police on this, and a police official told me there is no law here that says he had to report finding a body. He did say police are interested in speaking with Logan Paul because they would like to go to the body given that it might be involved." Logan's bodyguard can be observed talking with medical professionals and then discussing matters with the police. However, a few days later the police emphasize that Logan is not legally required to report the discovery of a body. This implies a contradiction, suggesting that Logan's team may not have reported it as suggested in the video. In the subsequent statement, the police expressed their desire to speak with Logan, stating an interest in visiting the site of the body. This statement raises eyebrows, considering that if Logan Paul's video is authentic, the authorities would have already retrieved the body, rendering the request to locate it at a later date puzzling. Moreover, the mention of a possible it adds another layer of confusion. If Logan Paul's video accurately portrays the events, the authorities would already know this obvious cause of death when they initially retrieved the body. These statements don't make sense at all if we believe Logan Paul's video is real. There's even more unusual statements made by other police officers that further support the idea that the police didn't know about the body days after Logan pretended to report it. One article says, "Police in Japan want him to return from America for questioning regarding the video. Police want to ascertain what Paul knows about the decedent. If the video was real, police would already have statements from Logan Paul and his team about the deceased." Another statement made by a separate police officer a few weeks after states, "Even if some of the events were staged, not all of them can have been." This refers to all of his Japan vlogs. An expert within the forest and the police's due diligence adds further weight to the argument that Logan Paul staged the event.
The police will want to come back with you to the place. They'll want you there for their legal requirements too. And you'll have to write your name and things like that. Take them to the spot. And one of the requirements is they always need a picture of you pointing to the unfortunate person and saying, "I found this." They need that for their files. They're quite thorough, of course, in Japan.
If Logan Paul really did report the body and the police seen in his video really did collect it, then they would have already been taken to the location of the body. They would have statements and photos of Logan and his team at the location for their files. They would not be telling reporters a few days after that they need to speak to him and that they would like to be taken to the body.
When Logan leaves the forest, he claims that he told the authorities what is going on. However, when exiting the forest, he kinda just yells at nothing while passing by some people near an ambulance. It doesn't look like he even told anyone that there was a discovery in the forest, which would make sense if the theory was true. If it was a mannequin or an actor, why would he need to tell the police or EMTs? There was no report from the Japanese media of a body being found in the forest. We don't have any confirmation that he even found anything outside of what was in his own video. Wouldn't the media have reported on someone taking their own life? Wouldn't there be some kind of public record of it somewhere? After searching, there's been nothing at all.
Wow, so Logan Paul didn't even bother sticking around to give a statement to the police or help them out with their investigation or anything at all. That is absolutely wrong. And this is the thing, is that in that article it says that a may be involved. He didn't even talk to the police. He didn't give a statement. He's actually wanted by the Japanese police and they want to talk to him about this. If there was a real body, you figured he would have stuck around to talk to the police. Why else would he have took off unless it was all fake? There's no interaction between him and Logan Paul at all. You figured that when they first showed up, they would have like showed him, hey, this is where it's at, whatever else. It just all doesn't add up.
And then the other piece of evidence is that there were no suicides logged in that area by the police after, because you would think, you know, I think they even said they're calling the police. That's what you do. You report a dead body. Yeah. There was a guide. I mean, the lack of police report is huge. When a body's found, it goes and gets processed by a coroner. Yeah. Gets processed by the police. Everything. And there was no records of that. Some stories that I think I even saw at the time, but I didn't think of too much. Now they're significant, is that about the police wanting to talk to him. And I'm reading these quotes now from the Japanese police, and basically what they said was like, we want to talk to him about it, although legally he's not required to report the body. There may be a suicide involved, we want to know about it. Yeah. And they're trying to talk to him. Of course he was gone. I think everybody overlooked this. So the whole smoking gun with this would be if there was no suicide reported that day.
But I want to find out if Japan has publicly accessible information for around that time.
I couldn't find any.
I couldn't find anything, and I would make the assumption that because of how the press received such information and how much of a backlash it received in Japan, they would want to be somewhat discreet about if, for instance, there was a person there, about the identity of that person, obviously maybe due respect to that individual's family. But I couldn't even find anything regarding like they confirmed that they even found a body.
Yeah, exactly. There's not even
I couldn't find anything.
That's what I mean.
Undeniable, irrefutable evidence to suggest, yes, at that time he happened to be in a location where he happened to find X person's body at that time. But I can't even find any news outlet or any sort of information, and you'd assume that would be somewhat relevant just to prove that this actually happened. But I can't find any police reports. I can't find any articles online about them finding this
exactly of the avenue it was meant to make, even though the video was marked green. I also talked to some other YouTubers about this, including PewDiePie. Apparently, if you make videos on the polls from now on, your videos will get restricted and they'll get blacklisted. That's YouTube again being incredibly transparent as usual.
So this gray area represents what the video should do, and then the blue area is the video. So I started off having Logan Paul in the title, and as you can see, it starts to underperform. Then I removed Logan Paul from the title and tags, and it spiked up to the top of overperforming. So I don't know. I wish I could zoom in to see this in a more detailed manner, but maybe my theory is correct. Every time Logan is in the title or tags, the video gets suppressed. I don't know. It's interesting.
I'm mad. I'm very mad, but I'm just trying to calm down. And I just want to put this all together real quick for you. Logan Paul uploads a video in the forest. He laughs at a dead guy hanging. He makes a thumbnail of him in front of a dead guy hanging, and he uploads the video to YouTube. The video is obviously wrong. It's obviously disturbing. It obviously breaks YouTube's terms of service. So it gets flagged. YouTube then goes and manually reviews Logan Paul's video, and they decide that the video is totally fine. They didn't even age restrict it. And for those of you that don't know, age restriction is when YouTube puts a flag on the video and only people 18 and older can see it. They didn't even put that on it. In fact, they thought the video was fine and they put it on the trending page. Now, obviously, the whole world has seen this and they said it is messed up. And people are making videos criticizing Logan Paul for what he has done. And now some of the biggest YouTubers on the platform that are criticizing Logan Paul, they're making videos criticizing him, are getting their videos taken down. PewDiePie had his video taken down twice. They took it down, he appealed it, it got approved, put back up, and they took it down again. I upload a video today criticizing Logan Paul, and my video gets magically removed for a community guidelines strike, but I don't even have a strike. Now, as a YouTuber of 9 years, I know more about YouTube than the average person, but I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But from the outside looking in, it feels like YouTube is removing these videos that criticize them and that criticize Logan Paul.
Logan was trying to get attention. That's why he made the video in the forest. He was trying to get... I remember, this is facts, Ginny, and I'm not trolling, right? Before Logan released the video, he was like hyping it up on Twitter and all social media. He's like, we went to the forest and we found a body, or you won't believe what we found. I don't remember what it was, but I do remember he was hyping it up before the video even dropped.
I want to be the biggest entertainer in the world. That's my deal. I'll do whatever it takes to get that. Logan Paul, 2015. But he wanted to do another thing, which is pursue a serious career full-time and have a more adult audience. So shaking his reputation as everyone's favorite YouTuber unless you're over the age of 13 didn't come easy.
Casey Neistat pushes Logan on the Forest video about how the friends laughed and also how seemingly excited Logan was to say, hey, check out this video, you're not going to see anything like this on YouTube. Logan seemingly only really focused on the part about the laughing, saying that was a defense mechanism.
The laughing it's a defense mechanism for me. That's what it is.
I've heard you say that. But that did not take into account that now infamous intro to the video.
Buckle the fuck up, because you're never going to see a video like this again.
I think where you lost me was where you said at the start of the video something like buckle the fuck up. Because to me, buckle the fuck up is something you say before you go on a roller coaster ride that's like fun and entertaining. And you try to make a show out of this video, and it felt that way to me. Do you know what I mean? Because to me, is like, I remember like watching the video and that, and seeing you like you're laughing, and I understand now that that is your way, to be fair to you, like, but it was the showmanship of parts of it that really got to me. Because to me, like, when you find someone dead, mate, like, you panic and you're running for the phone and you're like really upset and you're trying to save someone's life at that point and do anything you can. And it triggered a lot of like memories for me where that wasn't the show, you know, and
then Logan Paul spends the rest of the video centering it around himself and how this is the craziest thing that's ever happened to him and how you should subscribe to his channel. I'm not making this up, but he spent like the majority of this section laughing at the fact that they found a body. Now, he claims that this was just because that's how he copes with dark things, but that's fine. That's all well and good. It raises a question in my mind. If this laughter doesn't represent how you felt about this tragic event, then why did you leave it in the video when you could have easily edited? Logan Paul had finally given us all a reason to just despise him.
But there's always that part of me that thinks he's just manipulating the fuck out of this whole situation. Like, he knew what he was doing when he uploaded this video. There's no chance that nobody in his squad didn't know that this was going to cause an outrageous backlash, but backlash equals attention. And is there anything in the world that Logan Paul loves more than attention?
Guarantee you're not the first person to be in a place called the Suicide Forest.
It'd be crazy to imagine that you find something like that.
Wait a second.
I'm
going to stop this conversation.
Someone who is going to the forest for the wrong reasons. But
The Japanese government told us clearly that in the freak chance that you do not show the body, that you cut all cameras off, and you make sure you tell people that that is wrong.
The likelihood of needing to do that was pretty small.
In 15 years, Paul, of spending most weekends in and around the forest, I found 3 people. So if you're here for the weekend, it's very unlikely you will.
Crazy to imagine that you find something.
In the freak chance that you do.
If you're here for the weekend, it's very unlikely you will.
Crazy to imagine that you find something. Crazy to imagine that you find something.
He walks into the forest and like immediately finds a dead body.
Yes.
You would have to go so deep into that forest that you're lost.
Yeah.
He walks 6 feet into the forest, immediately finds a dead body. I don't think so.
When you watch these Vice documentaries of what actually happens for these victims, they leave ropes and trails and all their belongings and things like that when they're going into the forest because they may change their mind and there's no way to find their way back to the path. So there's ribbons and strings tied. There's a whole thing that these victims do when they're contemplating doing that act. And again, you see none of that in Logan's video. He walks a beeline from the car park. You can trace it on Google Maps. He walks a direct line. He walks down this trail, and then he just walks 90 degrees off the trail directly to the body. Most people who are looking for bodies, and you see this on YouTube, heaps of people have gone and exploring. The path they take, it's, zigzaggy, they're weaving in and out and going off this trail, trying to looking for clues and stuff. Logan walks a direct beeline for 100 meters straight to where the body is.
The craziest part about this, the parking lot is right there, dude.
Yeah.
It's literally right there. Like, guys, we're 100 yards away from the parking lot.
And they're saying in the video, and this is what his crew are saying, you can't see the body from the path.
What are the chances we choose this part of the path to walk down there? It's fate, Andy. Crazy.
It's not like we could see it. It's right there, but you can't see it.
And that makes it look even worse. Then how can he just walk straight to the body and find it straight away? That's another thing. Like, if he saw it off the path, then yeah, maybe. But the fact that he just walked directly to where it was, out of all the places he could have walked, because it's actually quite rare to find a body.
In the freak chance that you do.
If you're here for the weekend, it's very unlikely you will.
It's manned every day by volunteers, staff.
In the mountains in the middle of Nagano or something as a better choice than Aokigahara. Because, again, just a lot of people wandering through this forest, people who do look for bodies in here, sweeps that they do, etc.
And, you got YouTubers who've been doing this for years, walking in the forest trying to find bodies. There's no way. I just don't buy it.
There's been other YouTubers have tried to do this as well. I didn't know this.
Oh, yes. So if you can look on YouTube, and it was a trend back in 2017. People are still doing it now, even. You can search for, Japanese forest, hiking tour, hiking. This was a big trend. Even Deji, KSI's brother, he did it before, like a month before Logan. Heaps of YouTubers were doing it, and it was getting... And I guess this is where Logan got his idea from. It was getting lots of views, people going to this forest, looking for bodies, blah, blah, blah.
I think he was in YouTuber mode. I think he went there and he was like, bro, if we don't film a dead body, then this video is not going to go viral. We need to get a dead body. They bring the dummy in, they set it up.
Oh, can I give a nuclear take?
What's that? If we said no, would it stop you, Nick?
No, it wouldn't have. But let's
might as well be polite
map
about
this
it.
out for a second, right? All these YouTubers were going into this forest. It was like a trend that would happen every year. Like, I know Deji had done it previously. A few other YouTubers had. This wasn't like a Logan Paul exclusive thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So what if, hypothetically, Logan Paul saw that as like, this is a lot of views. The forest sounds like a scary place. But how could we make that video bigger? So what if Logan Paul got a bunch of his friends together, who we've never seen again, ever, by the way. I don't think those people have ever been in another vlog. They've probably been fired or something else. And one of them worked with Logan to put a fake body in the woods. It would be crazy. It's the forest. That would be like, there would be so many views from that. What if the body wasn't real.
Oh, dude.
But if it was fake, why wouldn't he say that?
Because then he looks even crazier.
Yeah.
Because he can't come out and apologize going like, I feel so bad. I shouldn't have done this. I don't know why I uploaded it. It is no joking thing.
But I feel like he would get less backlash. He was like, I was being outrageous. It was a staged video.
I think he would get more because then he couldn't even sit there and pretend like I didn't realize how bad.
He's trivializing it though.
If this is true, then everyone who was there got paid a lot of money to shut up.
Dude, I think 20 years from now, we're gonna find out the body wasn't real.
Everything
He's on a deathbed.
That's my fucking nuclear attack.
I find that 100% believable. I absolutely think that could be.
Dude,
So a lot of people go to that forest for that very reason. They're looking to find a body. It's notorious, you know? So you have tons of creators that go there every year just looking, hoping that they'll find something. And they find nothing. Nothing happens. They usually just make a camping trip out of it. They vlog and then they go home, whatever. At least we got to go to Japan and have fun. Cool. And so when I talk about the odds, what are the odds for, okay, the most popular and most influential YouTuber at the time? He would be the one to stumble upon one. He's the guy. Not like you would expect somebody that lives there or someone that travels there, you know, regularly, probably some vlogger.
Logan Paul faked the Japanese forest incident, and the real person hanging there was, well, listen, in this new documentary, this is the face of the person that was hanging there. But it's okay because that's a live person. As a matter of fact, that live person looks like this, because that live person is Logan Paul. Logan Paul was the person that was fake hanging from the woods, the forest in Japan. And his hands move and his head moves up and down. Up and down, his hands move up and down. Also, when they came up on his body, these were two different camera views of different parts of the forest.
Are you listening? Good. Let me tell you a story. My name is Logan Paul. Controversial YouTube star.
Because if you look to my right, Logang, I give you the Aokigahara.
Where's Logan? Where's Logan?
You took a shot at my reputation. So in this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting.
And there's like accounts that have followed me in the past called the Logan Paul fake dead body. Like there's just accounts that are like writing me going like, he faked it in the woods.
Shit.
And I'm starting to believe this shit, dude.
That'd be crazy.
That would rewrite a whole history of drama.
He said that there is no legal obligation to report a body, but the police still wish to speak to Mr. Ball as they believe S may be involved. Police didn't even receive a report, and they didn't even know about it days after, despite Logan's video portraying body as reported and collected. So the police in the area didn't even know about the body being there, but in the video they said that they reported it and it was recovered.
Worked with Logan to put a fake body in the woods. It would be crazy. It's for us. That would be like, there would be so many views from that. What if the body wasn't real?
But if you go back and you watch that original footage, it doesn't make sense. Because Logan is like laughing. His friend with him and his friend's girlfriend that are in the video, all right, they're like laughing. Like it doesn't make sense, their reactions whatsoever. My theory, and you know, a couple other people online's theory, is that Logan went to the forest. He made phase rug videos all the time. He was phase rugging it, like Gideon would say, right? So he set it up knowing that he would have to find a dead body in order for the video to go viral. So they set up a dead body, they hang it in the tree or whatever they do, right? And then they put it out there and they blur the face and da-da-da-da. Once he gets backlash, he can't tell people that he staged the video. He can't tell people that he did like a fake in the forest, because that looks even worse.